Welcome to Kentucky Football Nation. Let's talk about the Big Blue Wall. Now, last video we talked about offensive line coach Eric Wolford, and I took a deep dive into the offensive line, listened to interviews, read interviews with all the incoming offensive linemen and some of the older ones that we still have, and they all said the same thing. They love Coach Wolford. So I wasn't trying to dog him out in the last video. I just didn't understand the whole story, listening to Mark Stoops of why we took him back. But once you start listening to all the offensive linemen we got out of the portal, you're going to understand why we took him back. It was all because of Eric Wolford. They mentioned him by name. So, hey, thank you, Coach Wolford. Let's get started with, we got some really good guys out of the portal. They wanted to go for size and experience. Well, they got it, size and experience. We'll start off with a high school player. We got a guy named Darrin Strey out of Michigan. They're going to redshirt him, 6'7". He's only 305. He's got a good frame on him. He was ranked in the top 10. If you look at the Michigan high school offensive line rankings, anywhere from 4 to 9. So we'll just say top 10. And when they asked him why he chose Kentucky, he said he liked Eric Wolford and how he recruited him. So there you go. Thank you, Coach Wolford. But we are going to redshirt him. But he's a good-looking kid. So let's just start out with the starters on the offensive line, who we're going to have. First person out of the portal we got from Bowling Green, right tackle Alex Wollschlaeger. This guy's 6'7", 310, senior. He's undersized, but he's really great at getting downhill, and he excels in the run game. So, hey, that's great for us because we need to run the ball. Why he came here? Coach Wolford said it straight up. And he said the offensive line concepts at Bowling Green are similar to UK, and he expects to play well. So Alex Wollschlaeger, right tackle, 6'7", 310. Then we're going to go to my guy, Shiyazh Pete. I say my guy. Look, guys, I'm a little channel. I only got a handful of subscribers. But I want you to remember you heard it here first. This guy, Shiyazh Pete, 6'8", 321, senior from New Mexico State. He's a stud. I mean, this guy is ripped. There's no body fat on him. When you see him, he's going to stand out. He doesn't have a stomach. When you see him, I was watching some drills he was doing. He's fast. He's quick. He was first team All-Conference USA and a 3-year starter at New Mexico State. 2 years ago, they were 9-4. They won at Auburn. They had a really good year. They won a bowl game. Then all their players and their coach go to Vanderbilt, or most of them. He stayed behind because he wanted to stay in New Mexico State, but then he decides he wants to leave. It was between Michigan, Vanderbilt, and Kentucky. Hey, I don't know why he chose Kentucky, but I'm glad he did. I wrote down some notes. He said he liked Coach Stoops' honesty in the recruiting process. So him and Coach Stoops really kind of bonded, which helped him pick us, I think. He wants to compete in the SEC. Check. As I said, it could have went to Michigan or Vanderbilt. Notes, very athletic, very quick, agreed, and future NFL player. So, yeah, you heard it here first. Shiyazh Pete, going to be a star. Let's go to offensive guard. Joshua Braun, this is a guy we got out of the portal from Arkansas, 6'6", 342, super senior. He was second team All-SEC. He played right guard, and he also switched to left guard for 2024. Why did he come to Kentucky? Why did he choose Kentucky? Coach Wolford recruited him in high school, and he remembered that, and he likes Coach Wolford. Mark another recruit up for Coach Wolford. As I said, I wasn't trying to dog him out on a previous video. I just didn't understand how this all fit together and why we took him back, and like I said, now I get it. Listen to the players. They love him. Next guy, our center. Okay, now I like this guy, Evan Wibberley, 6'5", 301, junior from Western Kentucky. I watched several of their games. This guy's a solid player. He allowed 0 sacks last year. Now at Western. Will he do that in Kentucky? No, probably not. But he's a very good, solid center. Has potential, with a little coaching to be a lot better. He did say that, certain people at Western, he didn't say who, told him that he probably shouldn't go to Kentucky because they didn't think he could play in the SEC. It wasn't his head coach because he said when he met with his head coach, his head coach gave him his blessing and said, dude, you got to go. If Kentucky's calling you, you got a chance to play in the SEC, you got to go. I think the guy's a good player already. And with some improvement, Evan Wibberley from Western. Yeah, you heard it in our little channel. Next thing I want to talk about is offensive lineman Wallace Unamba. This guy's been around. He's kind of a journeyman. He's been at FIU. He's been at New Mexico. Played guard, played right tackle. Now, this guy is 6'6", 335. This guy didn't impress me. I was watching him doing some drills. He said he needs to build muscle mass. Look, I'm not going to dog the guy out. He's overweight. He looked slow to me, like doing drills, lateral movement. It's like he didn't look like an SEC lineman to me. But, hey, I'm not a football expert, and I'm certainly not Coach Stoops or Coach Wolford. If they got him, they obviously think that, he can play. But he didn't pass the eye test for me. A little worried about that one. Of course, we have Jalen Farmer from last year, the guy we got from Florida. He played all 12 games at right guard for us, allowed 1 sack. Solid guy, 6'5", 317. Then, of course, Jagger Burton. We all know Jagger Burton from Frederick Douglass, 6'4", 322. I don't think he even said this, and a lot of people have wrote the same thing, that he has not progressed as well as everyone would hope, because the guy has had 3 different offensive coordinators since he's been here, and he's a senior. So hopefully he has 34 career starts. Hopefully he will play better, because there were times where he didn't play bad. But I think a little coaching, 1 more year in the system, Bush Hamden, hey, let's hope that he can play better, because he's a good kid, Jagger Burton. Then, of course, we have Malachi Wood, who we already had. He was a freshman. He got to play the last 5 games at right tackle, and that earned him SEC all-freshman honors. So he's definitely got potential. So that's really our starting tackles, guards, center right there. I like those guys. As I said, that's an SEC line right there. That's a big blue wall right there. If they're coached correctly, every one of them had a really good attitude. And, it's kind of like it reminds me of Mark Pope. He brought in all the experienced people, put them together, and he made it work. If they can Mark Pope these guys, we're going to be good. Just trust me. I'll mention the tight ends just as part of the offensive line. 2 guys we already had, which Wille Rodriguez, sophomore, 6'4", 251. He had 3 catches against Texas, and he had a 25-yard reception against Ole Miss. I like that guy. He can run routes, and he's quick. It's just I don't think he ever had a chance to get a route ran before the quarterback was about to run for his life. So I think he's got potential. Of course, we all know Josh Kattus. He had 5 one-catch games. 2 of those catches were touchdowns. So, every year we say we're going to throw the tight end. We're going to throw the tight end. I don't know if we're going to throw the tight end. Every year we hear it, but I think both those guys are solid tight ends. And then we added a guy from Illinois, signed a guy out of the portal who's a junior. He played 3 years at Illinois. He played sparingly, but the note on him was he's a very good blocking tight end. So, hey, we could use a blocking tight end. So that's the big blue wall right there. Like I said, if you go back and look at my video where I said, hey, we definitely can win 6 games. I mean, look, we got 6 games in there. And like I said, we can win 9. Go back and look at my video. I really like the big blue wall. I really like, I'm excited to see how these guys gel together and work as a unit. And once again, Coach Wolford, hey, thanks for making up with Mark Stoops, and thanks for coming back. And, Coach Stoops bragged about these guys, and once I did a deep dive, I understand why. So we're right at 9 minutes here, so I'm going to end this video. Listen, I'm a little football channel. Kentucky's known for basketball. I love football. If you like this channel, please like and subscribe. We're going to do more videos. We'll break down the offense. We'll do the skills next, the wide receivers, running back. Once again, I thought we did really good in all of our NIL pickups. And we're going to talk about wide receiver. And no, we don't have any burners like Dane Key and Barry Brown, but we have some solid guys. So if you like this channel, please like and subscribe. Go Cats.